All right, welcome back to another exciting episode of Start 'em Bet 'em Fantasy Football, where gambling meets fantasy. I'm your host, Brendan Shelley, with my man, Dan Ambrose. Dan Ambrose, what's going on, dude?
Not a whole lot. Looking forward to doing this NFC West preview, as it'll be our last one, so it means we're getting closer to the season.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of news coming out of San Francisco this last couple days between Shanahan crashing and sounds like Pearsall's out for the year.
Pearsall's gone for the year. Everybody's glowing in the dark from the electrical plant right next to them. So
Debo decided to come back, though.
Huh? Debo did decide to come back, but only because Stribling got hurt, the rookie. This is going to be fun to talk about today. If you guys haven't followed it, if you don't know what we're talking about, there is literally an electrical station directly next to the San Francisco 49ers. Now, there's an interesting interview with George Kittle where he speaks about this in detail. Actually, I think it was Bussin' with the Boys or one of those podcasts, but he's literally telling these guys, he's like, dude, when I came in as a rookie, the veterans told me, look at these trees. This is not right. They have all these trees in between the power plant and their field, and the trees never had leaves. He's like, I never saw those motherfuckers with leaves ever. He goes, so they told us it's safe to play here. He goes, but what we're really asking for, like, we want every edge we can get. So why wouldn't we want to know every deterrent? That's why we're requesting a study. So that was an interview that really enjoyable to watch. So I like that. I saw another really awesome interview today too, that I'll get into later when we talk about that team. But yeah, interesting stuff. San Francisco's falling apart. Everybody's getting hurt. McCaffrey's still healthy somehow. Debo Samuel's back, like you said. Deshaun Stribling, the big rookie that everybody's talking about, he's questionable now. We got Ricky Pearsall shaking off gunshots, but not electrical plants. He's out for the year. So it's interesting, man. And then Mike Evans, he missed practice today. He's just unbelievable.
I saw that.
Yeah, so I mean, they're falling apart. They got injuries out the wazoo, but Dan said he nailed it. Debo's back. So let's get into it. It's going to be a fun division.
I will repeat what I've said multiple times as well with some of these veterans. The smallest thing, they are going to sit out practice because they do not want to be out there.
That is 150%
I'm not as worried
true
about Evans right now, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, like, let me know week one if he's still questionable. I highly doubt it.
You know what? I would have agreed with you in the past with that, but because of he rarely misses games. You know, he's so good at getting that 1,000-yard barrier and all that stuff. Obviously, he couldn't achieve it the 1 year, but he's just. I mean, all right. We'll just get into this because there's so much to talk about.
So he loves preseason football. Is that what you're trying to tell me?
No, he's not playing in preseason. But I'm saying those practices, getting down that offense. He's a competitor, man. I think he would go full speed if he could at practice. He seems like that type of player. I've read that he's that type of player. I've read that he's like that in the locker room too. You don't get that good without like just practicing as hard as you play, in my opinion. Just like CMC. CMC goes hard in practice. Half his injuries came at practices, non-contact, you know? So we got a lot to talk about, and I figure we start at the bottom as we always do. And I think I don't even want to guess. If we're wrong on this podcast is fucking over. I swear to God. But obviously the Cardinals are the bottom dweller, correct?
Correct.
All right. Yeah, good. We can still have a show, everybody. It's good because Dan and I have differences, but that would end it because I love this division. This is probably my second strongest divisions in terms of records. Dan, I think it's your first, right? Isn't it?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, it has to be because it's
mm-hmm.
a lot. There's a lot of wins.
There sure is. Except for the Cardinals. Yes. So let's hear what you did. How'd they do? Let's hear how the Cardinals did in Dan's world.
I actually have the Cardinals more than what you probably anticipate. Like some of these
mm-hmm.
other teams I've had in the past, right? Had the Dolphins at 2-15 before, Titans 1-16. Not that bad. So
mm-hmm.
Cardinals, I got them at 5-12.
Okay. I was extremely harsh on the Cardinals. I gave them a 1-16 record. So 5 wins is a great season in my mind for this team. Bringing it down, their schedules. It's tough, man. It's really tough for them. And then the good news is Jacoby Brissett ended his holdout. What a brilliant move for him. He got guaranteed money. I'm happy for Brissett. These guys, these journeymen that end up as a starter, they usually don't get a payday. Sometimes they'll start and nothing happens, and then that's it. They get a little one blurb on their season and no money from it. So Jacoby Brissett's his agent. Props to him. He's probably Kirk Cousins' agent. Getting that guy money. But the Cardinals, man, dude, I don't know what offense they can muster up with that offensive line and the way they look. I'm not impressed in this defense. I mean, just the way, I don't know. I like Jeremiah Love, but I think you can't get more than maybe 3 wins out of this team. This is my breakdown. So let me hear your 5. Who did they beat?
So I got them beating the Giants week 4, and then they don't win another game until the Jets.
Mm-hmm.
And then I actually have them just winning out 15-16. Jets, Saints, Vegas, and then I have them beating the 49ers because it's not going to matter.
Mm-hmm. That I have them beating the 49ers the last game as well. So we're on the same page. That is their one win because that game will not matter. I 100% agree with you. And all the starters.
You think your Jets are going to beat them? There's no chance.
You're right on that. We'll see. You know what? I'm not a Carson Beck fan. I like Gardner Minshew is their only chance. The Gardner Minshew is their only chance. So if Gardner Minshew gets in there by week 6 or 7, he might score about 4 or 5 wins out of this team. But with Jacoby Brissett, now mind you, everybody's losing their minds because how accurate he was, and he can't hit the deep targets. If you look at those statistics, and you have the team that, I don't know, they don't have any time to form plays. If you watched the games last year, it looked like Brissett was running for his life. Obviously, Murray was running for his life before he got hurt. It's just continuous bullshit there in the Cardinals organization. Marvin Harrison Jr.
Their schedule is absolutely brutal.
That's what I'm saying. This is one of the hardest schedules in the NFL. If it's not, I think it is, right? I'm almost positive. But either way, you got a guy like Jeremiah Love there. He's exciting. I love Marvin Harrison Jr. I used to. Now he's an asshole. Michael Wilson, he's the true wideout there, so we'll see how that works. And then obviously Trey McBride is the best tight end next to Brock Bowers in the NFL, in my opinion. So decent offense. They got a couple tools that they can use there. It's just like, who's going to get on the ball and who's going to protect the guy that gets on the ball? That's my biggest questions. And that's a huge question mark. I don't know. What do you, so I don't know. I don't know what else to say about the Cardinals. I don't want to waste too much time on them. I'm not impressed. I might bet the under on them because let's talk about what Vegas has them doing, dude.
So I think there's another thing to consider here too, is that if they are this bad, right? Like I think they would probably go from Brissett to, they're not going to go to Minshew. They're going to go to Beck because of how heavy the class is coming in, right? Mm-hmm. You locking up the first round pick or the first pick overall and try to rebuild from the draft, I guess, essentially. Because if you think about it, they're probably a quarterback away from the talent that they have. If they can get Marvin Harrison to perform like he did in college, they're good. They got a receiver, tight end, running back. Hopefully, we'll see how Love does. Mm-hmm. But I think he'll be pretty good.
No, I agree with that. I think Love has the talent in the world, but like you said, you pointed out when he was being drafted that there's a hell of a lot of carries he's had a few years.
That matters for Love, but not for Genty?
I love Genty. Genty's a better talent than Love. Call me crazy. I like Genty more than Love, dude. I'm really high on Genty this year. I think he's in a better situation. He's got a better offensive line. They're coming back a little bit healthier this year.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah, so I think he scrounges up more yards, and plus he is by far the focal point of that offense, whereas the Cardinals have Trey McBride. That is the focal point in their offense. To move that ball, they need Trey McBride to get his intermediate catches in the middle, even his red zone catches. Otherwise, they don't score any freaking touchdowns. So, although he didn't score touchdowns for a lot of years, he went on, what did he get, 4 last year? It was cool. So, yeah, man, I don't know. This team, and what Vegas hasn't met, 4.5 wins over under. So, you're right there. So, you're not betting this. I'm sure you're not betting over.
I am no chance. I am not going to. I am not going to touch this. In fact, I think this division will be fun to watch from the top to see what happens. But I also think that all the lines I've seen, I don't really have any interest in betting this division that much at all, to be honest. So 4.5 is what they're at right now. Choose to the over at plus 115. So people think under. So they're leaning towards what you said. And then division 100 to 1, conference 200 to 1, Super Bowl 500 to 1, and those could be 1,000,000 to 1. I don't think it should matter.
Yeah, I agree. Yes. Yeah, if you're betting those bets, I don't know what to tell you, man. It must be nice to just throw away money like that. I mean, I'm happy for you that you're financially stable enough to just throw away money. That's good for you. So we're done with the Cardinals. We'll see what happens. And the bottom line is injuries on that team. If they can stay semi-healthy on the defensive unit, they might carry them. They might take them a little bit because they weren't the worst defense in the NFL last year. And Yeah, I don't know, man. I have zero expectations for this team. So everything they do well, I'll be impressed. I'm just throwing that out there.
So my number 3 in the division, and will be the 7th seed in the playoffs, will be the 49ers. So I have them at 12-5, coming in 3rd place in the division.
Wow. Okay. All right. I got them at 9-8. They're 3rd for me as well. But that 9-8 is a hard fought 9-8 because they have a rough schedule as well. Actually, for the middle, they don't really have that hard of a schedule. I just think injuries and I don't know, personnel changes. They're a different team. They're not the same team they were last year. They're not the same team they were a few years ago. This whole team hinges on McCaffrey's health, at this point.
I lean more towards Shanahan's coaching. I think that he does a good job of figuring out game plans with what he has.
For sure.
I put a lot of faith in that coaching staff there, and they'll figure it out. I mean, they always do. And look at last year. Like, they weren't healthy last year, right?
No, they were very unhealthy.
They
always pull it out.
It is what it is, right?
He's got those guys like Isaac Guerrero and all those different running backs coming out of the backfield. They'll break off a couple 100-yard games because of the way he schemes it. You're right. It is a Shanahan world when it comes to this team. Kittle, he needs to stay healthy, of course. That's always a big thing. We already talked about Shanahan briefly. You want to get into the accident or not? It's a little weird. I think there's definitely was a weird, not weird, but the reporters kind of took it easy on him.
On his phone, so
100%.
Who cares? Who hasn't done it, right?
Yeah, but I'm telling you, like, what's weird to me is that they tell me I get updates on what color shoes these guys are wearing some days. I don't give a shit what my athletes are wearing fashion-wise. You'll notify me that as an app notification, but you won't notify me that Shanahan's in an accident. It's pretty big news. And the guy was in the hospital pretty banged up. I heard his face is all jacked up. I mean, he almost lost an eye.
You saying that the news not releasing it is a big deal?
Yeah. I'm not speculating like that, but who knows? It's just weird that it wasn't publicized. To me, usually that stuff hits the press, that Shanahan was in an accident. That's just either poor reporting by the beat reporters to notice that he's been injured or whatnot, or they just said, hey, let's respect the time. And I give them that. I would too. It's their summer, but reporters need to report, dude. Just throwing that out there.
Yeah,
especially at that time, too. He could have potentially missed game time. We don't know that. I'd like to get that information. So let's hear how you got them at doing 12-5. What are their losses, I guess? Give me their losses, and we'll go through them.
So first loss is Seattle. So I have them winning the first 4 games. Next loss is Seattle, which is the 12th, week 12. Mm-hmm. And then not doing really well in the conference, actually, and then have them losing to the Rams, Chargers, and Cardinals because of the end of season stuff.
Yeah, we're on par. Obviously, I have a lot less wins than you do. I got 9, but my losses, I do have them losing the Rams outright the first game. Then obviously they beat the hell out of the Dolphins and a few other these small teams like Cardinals. I have Denver beating them. I like Denver. I think Waddle was a great pickup for them. I think they're going to upset a lot of contending teams.
You think Stidham can get him the ball?
It's not going to be Stidham. My boy Bo Nix is going to be healthy by then. By the way, I traded him in Dynasty to make you happy. I just let him loose.
He's like 1 year away from blowing up his ankle.
Right. That's what, according to Sean Payton, his coach, he's had chronic health problems with his ankles,
right.
So I'm well aware of that. But I got rid of him. I'm happy about that. I did a tear down and I ended up getting a better running back and a shittier quarterback. So I'll take that. But I do like this team. I think they have the talent in the world. I don't know. What are their wins at, dude? What does Vegas have them doing?
So their win total right now is 10.5. It's at plus 115. So the early money is on the under right now, under 10. Division is at plus 325. Conference is at 9-1, and Super Bowl is 17-1. I don't mind the conference one either. And we'll probably get into that here in a minute. Like, value-wise, I would say out of all the bets in this division, for me, that conference at plus 900 is probably the most appealing for sure.
I agree with that. And I just want to go back to the Cardinals. I'm not going to bet the under. They're at 4.5 wins, and its under is at minus 135, like Dan said. So I don't like that juice on that. And like I said, Minshew gets in there. My 1 win could go to 4 or 5 wins because Minshew magic, baby. And then the Niners, I don't like the line enough. I got them at 9. It's not much of a window to make money. And plus, it's not really a good line for me, minus 135. So I guess I'm just going to stay away from that. I love the 9-1. I think that's a good solid bet because if these guys come back healthy, great coaching.
Completely botched that up. Plus 325 is the division, 9-1 for the conference. To win
9-1 for the conference, right?
No, to get into the Super Bowl.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm not touching that, but I do like the odds on that because it could happen. I don't hate that.
I think there's a good shot that they're down to the final. They're in the NFC Championship game.
That could very well happen. Not with my record, but for yours, yes. So for you, that's a good bet. 9-1, some good action on that.
So you think the 49ers aren't going to make the playoffs?
I don't have them making the playoffs. No, they missed the playoffs this year. 9-8. They're right on the brink of it. I don't know. I got the Seahawks. That's my number 2 team. Who's your number 2 team? I know you're ready to grill me about the San Francisco 49ers to see that brain emotion.
I'm in shock. You think that the 49ers I think you're letting this banged up thing go a little bit too far.
No. I made these picks before all these injuries. I made all these picks before the injuries. I always stay with my picks.
Yep. No. I'm not saying that, but you tend to pick based on injuries.
I do.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And I think you just think the whole team's going to be on the IR.
No, I didn't do it to that extent. I picked it because their strength of schedule versus their division. I think the Rams and the Seahawks beat the shit out of them. I think they split
That's
one.
Fine.
Yeah, they split one of the Seahawks. Then they also, they got teams like the Vikings who they might click. They might click with Murray. They might be a fun offense. Like I said, the Eagles, I got the Eagles beating them. And then week 18, we already talked about this. The Cardinals pull one out because nobody gives a shit about week 18. I guess if they're 9-8, it does matter. But I do have the Cardinals winning that. I'm going to stay with that.
I'm going to go out on a limb and say that your thought process and prediction side of it is going to be equivalent to how your Dolphins process breakdown is. Like it's going to be the opposite, right? The Dolphins are going to be terrible.
I'm aware of that. I have them at 5 wins.
49ers are going to be
6-11. I'm sorry. I have the Dolphins at 6-11. I have the Dolphins at 6-11. That's pretty shitty. I know you have them at like 0.
I mean, it's only 3 games behind the Niners.
Yeah, that's true. It's a good point. Shit. Yeah, but I got them at 6-11. The Dolphins. So I'm not that high on them. I just said I do like Malik Willis as a sneaky quarterback in the end of your drafts.
Yeah,
that's all I said. And that's going to bite me in the ass. I'm going to hear about it for the next 3 years. Oh my God.
So the next team I got, I actually have them tied. So I'll start with the Seahawks because I have the Rams winning the tiebreaker. But so the Seahawks, I have them at 13-4. Mm-hmm. I would say this is the biggest wild card to me, right? If I'm just going on everything that happened from last year to what we're going into the season this year, I like it. My only concern is they lost a lot of coaching, and I don't know what that's going to look like at the beginning of the season.
Yeah, I hear what you're saying. And I think there was a record number of coordinators hired and fired this last season. I just read it recently. So I agree. There's going to be some not as smooth of an office as we saw last year. But I think that team is just the talent is all across the board. And the big question for me is Jadarian Price coming in. Is that his job to take? Is he going to be a starting running back before Charbonnet comes back? Because I'm reading Charbonnet is going to make it in time, which is insane to me. That's an insane recovery. And if Sharp can come back, he's a great pickup right now in fantasy. I'm making trades for him in a couple leagues trying to get him. So yeah, he's a nice pickup right now. He's falling really far in drafts because nobody thinks he's coming back. For everything I'm reading, says he's on pace to come back maybe even week 1, but I have him coming back around week 3. I got him doing 12-5, 4-2 in the division. Okay. Did
you have him winning it or second?
No, they're in second. So we're right on where this is the first division you and I completely agreed on.
Okay.
That's pretty cool. But, I like them. Their losses are going to be teams like the Chargers. I do have Denver beating them too. I know you're not high on Denver. I have the Chiefs, even though I'm seeing these funny videos of Mahomes not being able to throw and getting tagged that they should put in Justin Fields.
He's fine.
Yeah, exactly. So that's the kind of wins and losses that they have for me. The Rams beat in 1 game. The San Fran beats in 1 game. So 12-5, great team. They easily make the playoffs.
So I'll put you on the spot here. Week 1, they play the Patriots at home.
Correct.
-3.5. You had to pick one team right now. Who are you taking?
Seahawks.
Okay.
I know the Patriots are favored, right? Their Patriots are minus 3.5.
No, the Seahawks are minus 3.5.
What's the money line?
I don't know.
We'll have to probably plus 140 for the Patriots.
Sure.
That might be decent value in that too. It's gonna be a tight game. They're both well-rounded teams.
Now you're not on the Seahawks. You're on the Patriots.
No, I'm Seahawks win this game, but 3.5 points. It's gonna be a tight game. So I will bet the Seahawks that game just because I have to now, because we've talked about it for more than a minute and a half, and you're going to troll me if I don't bet it, because I got to put my money where my mouth is. So I'll put that on a bet sheet.
I'm not going to bet it, but yeah.
Let's do it. Yeah. I'm going to do that. Yeah. Yeah. So the Seahawks, like I said, they're down without Kenneth Walker, big reduction for them. And I always say this every episode, please go back to our offseason recap if you're looking to hear what each team did in the offseason. We did that already. So please go back and review that if you want to hear updates and what happened. But Kenneth Walker gone, went to Kansas City. Zach Charbonnet probably going to be out for the first 2 weeks, 3 weeks. I'm hoping he comes back on time, but they got a decent running back they drafted. We got to see how Rashid Shaheed fits in this offense again. He was an exciting piece last year that kind of put him over the edge from a special team standpoint and just excitement standpoint. But Jackson Smith and Jigba, dude, he's a freak, and I love him. I really do. And AJ Barner, he had a great end of last year too. He's a strong tight end, strong candidate to have a good season as well. It's a nice team, man. They're very well rounded and they run the ball well. They do that the zone run offense where they run outside zone. It's beautiful. They just got all those guys going to the right spots at the right time. So Seahawks are a great team, man. 12-5 is probably not justice to that team last year, but I don't think they're going to be as good as they were last year.
All right, that leaves us with one team, and that is hold on, we can go through the totals and stuff like that, I guess.
100% usually helps, right?
So 10.5 is the wins, minus 130 is it's where it's juiced at now. So early money is on the over, so they do think that they're going to get to that 11 win. Mm-hmm. Win the division 2-1, pretty much. 5.5 to 1 to get to the conference or to win the conference championship, and 11 to 1 to win the Super Bowl, which I think puts them at 3rd or 4th for Super Bowl.
That's crazy. It makes sense. I mean, they're stacked. It's the same team almost coming back, minus the reduction of obviously their starting running back and Super Bowl MVP. But right. Yeah. And then we got I don't know. You got anything else to say about San Fran? I mean, about Seahawks? I like them. I think they're a great team, and I'm excited to see what they do. I'm confused, though, with the Jerian Price hype coming out. I'm seeing a lot of draft boards. He's going very early. I wouldn't put all your eggs in that basket. I really wouldn't. And even the over-under on his season, I think they got him at like 750 yards, Dan. You think Jerian Price, the backup running back, when Charbonnet comes back, actually hits 750 yards in the ground?
Oof.
That's a lot of yards, man.
Playing the Rams twice, playing the 49ers. Mm-hmm. Well, you don't like the 49ers this year, so that doesn't scare you. Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, the 49ers made the playoffs last year, right?
Mm-hmm. They sure did.
Did they win a game?
And actually, they beat the Eagles, didn't they?
They sure did.
They beat the Eagles.
They sure did.
Embarrassed. I blocked that memory out of my brain. Yeah, God damn it.
There we go.
Yeah.
They're going to be worse this year, so here we go.
Yeah. Right. That's not why I picked them to be 9-8, miss the playoffs. Sorry, I'm not hating on them because of that. They beat us handily last year.
That trap.
I did. Well played, sir. Well played.
So,
yep. Damn it.
All right. So we'll go into the Rams. So the Rams are going to win the division. I don't think the Rams transactions this offseason are over yet either. I think Aaron Donald will be back.
Agreed.
Whether that means he plays the last 6 games of the season, that could be it. I don't think there's any rush to get him out there. That's for sure.
No, I agree with you. McVay's talking about it in press conferences, making little sly remarks. They're all kind of laughing about it. It's tongue in cheek. He's coming back. But when does he come back is the right question. Dan's 100% right on that. If I'm Donald, I let them win 10 games, 11 games, and I come back. And then I'm ready for the playoffs, and I just soup up that middle and just destroy people's lives. He's such a freak. Did you watch his workout videos? He was looking the same as Aaron Donald, man.
Yeah. I mean, I haven't seen the videos, but I can imagine. Like, I don't think he would come back and not be who he is. Like, he wouldn't want to do that. You know what I mean?
No. I don't think he ever stops working or working out. This guy's a freak.
I think that I do think that we're going to run into an issue, though, this year with Stafford. I don't know why. I just think with all the noise from last year and everything like that, I think that there's going to be, I'm not saying a ton of games missed, but I think he's going to get banged up a little bit this year. And we may have to go to the backups.
Ty Simpson, baby.
There it is.
He's getting taken here and there. And then Stetson Bennett, didn't he? I don't even know what happened with him. He had issues mentally. I think he bowed out for a whole season.
I think he's still there. I think Garoppolo's gone though, right?
Yeah, I think Garoppolo is gone. I think he's still a free agent. But Stetson Bennett was the backup after Garoppolo last season. Then he had problems and bowed out for the whole season, unfortunately. But Ty Simpson, man, I watched some videos of him today. They had sound effects going too because he was running for his life. It looked awesome. It was one of the funniest videos I've seen out there. Speaking of funny videos too, I really encourage everybody to look up Aaron Donald Make-A-Wish. Just do that. All right. If you Google that, you are in for a nice treat. Essentially, he hangs out with a little kid that's just recovering from cancer and asks the kid to work out with him. The kid works out with him. And long story short, the kid's throwing up in a trash can, trying to keep up with Aaron Donald's workouts. So absolute gold story. You got to look it up. Matthew Stafford tells it. It's 150% watching that video. So that's a fun one. That was not the interview I was talking about, though, Dan. The interview I saw today, which is absolutely full circle Stardom Bed'em podcast discussion points. Devontae Adams was speaking to one of these, I don't know what podcast, but he was basically saying that when he went to the Jets organization, 17 was taken, and he offered this rookie $17,000 to get number 17. And the rookie said, yo, man, sorry to do this. I need $1 million. And he's like, fuck that. He went over to Woody Johnson, the owner of the Jets, and said, I want 17. They took it from the rookie and gave it to him. You know who the rookie was? It was Malachi Corley. Remember last year I said, I like the Jets. Justin Fields is going to be a top. I didn't say I like the Jets. I said Justin Fields is going to be a top 10 quarterback this season. Fantasy football wise.
You put the Jets in the playoffs.
I might have done that. It was bad. I was really high on Justin Fields last year. I thought he was going to be healthy and good. I will own this. I fucking was horrible last year with Justin Fields. But I thought a guy that would come out of nowhere was Malachi Fields. I'm Malachi Corley. And I was like, yes, here we go, baby. And now I don't even know where he plays. I don't think he plays for anybody at this point. But yeah, it was his jersey, and they took his number away, just gave it to Devontae. So the kid missed out on $17,000 because he was greedy. Yes, it's so good.
The Pro Bowl would have been if they would have just cut him for the inning game.
Yeah, for the number they should have because they ended up cutting him later on the season.
Right.
But let's get into the Rams here. I'm sorry. Let's hear that. Yeah.
So Rams 11.5 wins, shaded at the under, at minus 130 right now, plus 110 on the over. Win a division, though, is minus 105. To win the conference at 3-1 and to win the Super Bowl 5-1, which I believe is the best odds to win the Super Bowl right now.
You are correct on that one. Now, what do you have? What are your wins losses here? They were tied with your Seahawks, right?
So they were. So I have them. I think I have them losing some interesting games that could easily go the other way. So I have them struggling out the gate against San Francisco. Then they're fine Giants. They lose to Philly. They lose to Buffalo, and then they just get it rolling. So I have them at 2-3 coming out of going into Week 6.
Oh, cool.
Then they rattle off 9 in a row. Lose to Seattle again, and then win the last 2.
I got them coming out really freaking strong, man. I'm trying to see their first loss I have them doing is Week 8 versus the Chargers. So they go 7-0 on mine. So they go down to the Chargers in Week 8. I have them at 14-3. The other losses are to the Chiefs, and then the other one is to the Seahawks in Week 18. So those are my 3 losses for this Rams team. If Stafford goes down, a whole other story. Like you said, this is
sure. I mean, I don't usually look into that. I just think that there was too much noise last year, and whether they were trying to just play the media or whatever, I guess maybe. There's also a potential chance that he just was very fortunate that he didn't aggravate that back more.
Yeah,
and he's a year older, right? So I mean, he's not young. So
no, he's really not. No,
any one hit could really mess up that whole season for them on that side. So.
I'm with you on that one.
But I do think that they are by far the most talented team in that division, though. Maybe even in the NFL.
Yeah, it's hard to argue that, man. They have the right people in the right places. It's kind of like that old theory that you get everybody on the bus, you're in a good spot, but you got to have them in the right seats. The Rams figured out where each personnel should be. A lot of hype coming out of I almost said Turd Ferguson, throwback to our Celebrity Jeopardy, but no, but Ferguson, their tight end, some comments came out today that he can play any position on the field, essentially, wide receiver, tight end, etc. I hate drafting Rams tight ends. They mix them, they match them. Dan and I reap the benefits by checking the rosters of game day. Usually one or two of them will be questionable or slightly injured, and we find the other guy and we bet the props on them. They usually hit because there's no true tight end there, man. I'm telling you. If Ferguson can pull it off this year, he has all the talent in the world, though, to be a top 12 tight end. He really does. But he just doesn't get the opportunities. They got Colby Parkinson, Davis Allen, a bunch of other guys there. They drafted another tight end, too, I think. Wide receivers, Devontae Adams. Who's their number 2 over there, man?
Who's the number 2 at the Rams?
Yeah, like who's their number 2 this year? Is anybody stepping into that? Well, obviously, Puka. I mean, Puka's number 1. Devontae's number 2. I meant number 3. I'm sorry. Who's their number 3 this year? I have Puka on like 5 teams. Yes. No, but who's their number 3? I'm hearing a lot about Conte Mumpfield. I'm hearing that a lot. So I don't know. Who's going to be their number 3 guy this year. I'm very, very curious about that. I don't know. They drafted a few guys.
You're asking the wrong person here.
Well, they got winning.
I don't even know who you just said.
All right. Well, I got Mumpfield on one of my games, one of my dynasty teams, but Jordan Whittington is another guy too. The guy
Xavier Smith on there too.
Yeah, we got to see how this pans out. But
Jordan Whittington, yeah.
Yep, Jordan Whittington, he stepped up, had a couple good games last year. And obviously, yeah, they're just good, man. That offensive line, I'm looking at it now too. They're stacked. Speaking of tight ends, they got Colby Parkinson right now as their official starter on their depth chart too. So stay away from Ferguson. They're a great team, though. I'm excited to see, if they can stay healthy, they are going to be in the NFC Championship game. I can say that confidently. I feel very strong in that. Do you agree with that prediction?
Yes, 100%. If they go in healthy, they will 100% be in the championship game for the conference. We'll see who they play. I don't know. I think besides the Rams, then the rest of the NFC is just it's anybody's game, essentially, right? I do think that the Rams are by far the most dominant team probably in the league right now.
They are. And their coach, excellent. I can't stand McVay because he's kind of a tool, but the guy is like a Rayman of plays. He pulls everything out. So it's fun to hear his breakdowns, and the guys, like I said, they know where to be at all times, and I respect the shit out of that. And that defense just got so strong this offseason. They're only going to get stronger. It's going to be crazy. It's going to be a just insanely stacked team, and I feel bad for anybody that plays them, to be honest.
So do you have all your rankings in front of you then, or all the teams that you had?
I do.
Like your playoff teams. So who do you have with the 1 seed in the NFC? You don't have the divisions with the wins and stuff?
I do. I got the divisions with the wins. The 1 seed's the Rams.
Who's 2?
The 2 is going to be the Bears.
Okay.
3 is going to be Eagles. 4, okay. I have the Saints.
Okay.
5, I have the Seahawks. 6, I have the Lions. 7, I have the Buccaneers.
Okay.
And then on the AFC, well, let me hear your NFC first.
Rams, Lions, Commanders, Falcons, Seahawks, Packers, 49ers.
This is cool. We're very different. This is going to be a fun season. What do you got for AFC?
Bills, Bengals, Texans, Chiefs, Pats, Jags, Ravens.
We're on the same page for the most part without the Texans. I got the Chargers, who I love the Chargers. You know that the Bengals, Jacksonville, Buffalo, Kansas City, Denver, your favorite, and then the Patriots. So
who did you have the Texan? You don't have the Texans making it? You have the Jaguars?
I got the Texans at 8-9. I got the Jaguars at 11-6.
So the Jaguars are the ones making it for that.
Jaguars do it. Division. Yep, exactly. I like the Chargers. I think Chargers Rams for me would be the Super Bowl. That's pretty much what I think I mapped out before.
Chargers Rams? Yeah. I'll stick with the Bills Rams, I guess.
I like it. You've been calling the Bills for last year pretty much, so you got to stick with that. And DJ Moore, man, I'm very excited.
I think that, man, I don't know who would win that game, though. Bills Rams, that'd be a pretty solid game. Yeah, we'll find out in a few months, I guess, right?
Yeah. What are we doing next episode, man?
Next episode, we're going to go through the player stats. So I know we've kind of touched on it a little bit through these episodes for over-under totals on players, but we'll really get into them, and Brendan can give his projections that he did last year for this year's guys.
Yep, and it's not just going to be me. We had a couple guests coming on to go through these. We break it up in segments. I'm going to see what our special guests want to do, and then we'll give them that option. So, but be excited. We got a couple good names coming on the show this year. You're going to win your legs. Listen to these people. And at the same time, you're going to win money, which is even better than your legs. That's why we play the leagues, to win money, right? I have to put in Denny Green. I'm going to put Denny Green right there. We play to win the game. No, it's Herm Edwards. We play to win the game, Dan. Yep. Goddamn. Dan, where can people follow us on?
You can follow us on X and on YouTube, right? So at X, we're at Stardom Bet'em, the show is. We'll be doing all our episodes and our picks throughout the season on there. You can reach out to our personal X accounts as well. I'm at DAmbros04 and Brendan's at BShells13.
Correct. All right. We're looking forward to seeing you guys. Please leave comments, message us, watch the videos. It helps our ratings, all that shit. If we suck, say we suck. All right. We appreciate you listening this long to say we sucked. Thank you. All right. Thank you. Take care.
Different magnetic. Yo, my rhymes vaulted, here my memory banks that never be released. Box cut inside the apple, you're in for a treat. Paper cuts in a vicious way, run it back, dad give away the handoff.